Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Jones Number One Colors, and welcome back to a weekly WIP and Chat. And this week we are going to work in Magical Earth. Let me see if I can find that page. This one here. Oh, I can't wait. We might start with this one, I think, just because I love giraffes. And then the next one we're going to work is in Moonlight Mischief by R.J. Hampson, and this one is by Joseph Canningbang. And it's the first page, and it's this dragon one. That one will start tomorrow. I think we'll start this one here. But before we start that, let's talk about the pages that I finished, which was not a lot. It was a really busy week. I did start or work on some, a few pages, so we'll talk about that. But first, I finished my page in Minor Resa Dirge Africa by Rita Berman. And it is, I can never find it. There we go. It is the flamingo page. And I did follow Karen at My Colorful Country Lives tutorial for this part. And then I wanted to do a different background, so I did a different background. So that's what I did. I really like how it turned out. That is what I did at the hospital. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but so I got one page done, and I showed you this page at the end of the video last week, but it's still a page I finished last week. So it's in Blossomia by Annie Reyes, and this is actually the page that we started in the last WIP and Chat, and then I finished it the same day. And I really love how this turned out. And because I didn't have a lot of pages to talk about that I finished, I'm showing this one again because it was finished last week. I did start 3 backgrounds last week and I showed those to you. But really, from Wednesday on, I couldn't do anything. So everything I did was in like Monday and Tuesday. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And I started 3 WIPs. So the first one is in A Million Unicorns by Lulu Mayo. And I didn't get much done. I got the background done and, a few little things. Now, I did the background with Neocolor 2s. And on my channel, I have a video where I talked about how, I use my Neocolor 2s. And I did 3 backgrounds with them. And I just wanted to keep going. So then I did this one. And like I said, I did 3 of the unicorn whales. And I started on the turtle, but I don't know how to shade his scales. So I think gonna stop that and I'll just work on the rest and kind of think about how I want to do the turtle, and then I'll come back to it. But I really like the direction that it's going in, so I'm liking that one. Now, I wasn't supposed to start another page in Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trolli, but I decided I didn't do much. I just did this little page, this little part of the page right here. It's the companion page to that one, and I did this one this month, and I'm hoping to get this done. So I don't know if I have little pockets of time. I think I'm going to try to maybe next time do the grass and, little bits and pieces, and hopefully I'll have it done by May. I'm just trying to catch up. I'm following Jess at A Coloring Bumblebee. I'm part of her membership. So I'm way behind. She's at 19 or 20 pages done, and I only have, what do I have? 4? 1, 2, 3, 5. I have 5. So this would be 6. So instead of just doing 1 per month, I kind of decided that I should do 2 per month because she's doing 2 on her membership per month. So actually I probably should be doing more, but we'll start with 2. And if I can get 2 done, then, we'll think about upping that. The next one I started was in Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Roseanne's. And after I did this one, I worked on this one, I was like, what was I thinking? Because another page that I want to work on this week is in Romantic Country. I can't remember what number, but it's the Henry's bookstore, like the storefront. And then this, and I can tell you, all those books took forever. So this is just the first like layer. I'm following Karen at my Colorful Country Lives tutorial, and this is the first layer using Faber-Castell Intense. And now I gotta go in with, and it's been activated. So now I gotta go in with Prismacolors, I think is what she used. And, you know, kind of do shadows and highlights and all that good stuff. But whew, that took a long time. And this is the page that I said, I don't know if I'll finish it this month. This might be like a May, June kind of thing because it's so involved. But at least I got the first layer done. And then, you know, maybe next, you know, then I'll just do one element at a time. And I'm sure, you know, it's the same as when I did the basing. Once, you know, if you picked up the red pencil, you just went around and did all the red pencils. Well, it'll be the same thing with, you know, the shadows and stuff. So, you know, I'll do one or two and then kind of get them done and then move on from there. But I like the way it's coming out. It's, even though it's quite involved, I'm glad that I got that much done out of it. The next page that I worked on, this was a double page that I started a few weeks back. It's in Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. And it is this one here. And I am almost done the outside. This was the page that I wanted to do for my 26 spreads in 2026. But it's used, I thought, you know, it's the same. So use the same color. So it's taking me longer because I'm actually doing 2 pages. But once I'll be done, I'll have 2 pages done. So today I'm going to finish the outside. And then every day I do 1 or 2 things. So, you know, I hopefully will be done before May 31st. I will be done 100% because this is a page that I'm concentrating on. I need to have it done. I don't want to fall behind. So, but yeah, so those are all the pages that I finished, the new pages I started, and the pages that I worked on. Let me clear all this up and then we'll start today's page. We're going to start with Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Kettingbang, and we're going to start with RV000. I just realized I don't have my glasses and I'm going to need that. And I want to do some pink leaves. Even when I did the page where, or not the page, but the plan, I said I wanted to do pink leaves. Okay, so since I didn't do it, my chair is creaking. I'm going to do it right now. So this is what I do. I take just Scotch tape and I put it on the back side because it's perforated along the edge. And then I take an X-Acto knife. I have this X-Acto knife around because when I scrape the soft pastels, that's what I used, or that's what I use. And then to also do this, I use my blade. Now the page is safe. And I started one of the books, I started going through and putting some to every page, and the book got so thick. And I'm like, you know what? Just put it on the pages as you're working on them. And then that way it won't get super bulky all at once. And how many books am I actually going to finish all the pages? I would love to say every single one of them, but probably not realistic. So what I'm going to do is use this RV000, and I'm going to do all the leaves. And I think as far as pencils, I want to make sure I'm in the view here. I think I'm going to use my Black Widows. I think so. I haven't used them in a while. A lot of pages that I've planned, I wanted to use like Faber-Castell's, what are they called? Polychromos. And, you know, your regular, oh, was that her ear? That was your ear. Oh, wow. Was that Sky? Oh, man. I think that was Sky. It's so tiny. I think that's Sky up here too, so we'll leave that. I think that's Sky. I mean, even if I made it tree, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So yeah, I've planned a lot of pages with Prismacolors and Polychromos. So I think Black Widows, it's their turn for sure. Oh, guess what I forgot? Whew. It's a good thing it's just a light color, right? I always forget. There, I should put it in before I start, and then that way it's just there. We'll get this done. So yeah, good morning, everyone. It has been, today is Tuesday. Oh, that's Sky. No, that's Sleeve. May 19th. So I'm starting this a little early just because I have so much to do this week. Last week, I didn't get anything done. Like, nothing. I don't know. I think this is, I don't know if that's Sky or if that's, I'm going to make it Sky. I'll just put blue right over top, whatever. Last week we're super busy. My mom ended up coming here Tuesday. They stayed over, so they got here at supper time. So I had supper ready when they got here, or pretty close. Like I had, you know, everything was boiling and everything. And the potatoes and carrots. And then we just kind of hung out, and then we watched the hockey game that night. And once the hockey game finished, it was like 11, and we went to bed. And then we got up at 7, and we were out the door by 7:40. Like I had my suitcase and everything packed and ready to go. So it was just a matter of, you know, I had my shower that night once we finished supper and the dishes and everything, and waiting for the hockey game to start. I'm like, I'm gonna go have my shower now, put my PJs on, and then tomorrow morning it'll just be like go, right? Because she had to be there for 10:30, and it was an hour and a half, but we didn't know where we needed to go in the hospital. Like, it's not a hospital. I spent a month there, but it's different when you're a patient, you know. I didn't walk around the hospital, you know. I was on my floor, and that was it. And I would go to the radiology floor, and, you know, that was it. And then, so we got there. It was like 9:30. We were an hour ahead. We figured out where we needed to, what we needed to do, the registration and the blood work and all that was super fast. We're like, oh my gosh, you know, like we're going to finish so early, and the hotel, we can't go till 3. Like, what are we going to do? Because at this point we were already on the floor, like on the cardiac floor. And it was not even 10:30, and her appointment was supposed to start at 10:30. Anyway, but then we ended up waiting there from 10:30 until 10:30. We walked out of there. It was 2:30. And then when we walked out of the doctor's office, we still had to go and get an ECG done. And I know the ECG itself doesn't take long, but we were like, oh, what if we have to wait? We hadn't eaten yet, right? We could have eaten, but she wasn't allowed to eat. So we're like, oh, well, we don't want to eat like in front of you kind of thing. So we didn't eat. So by that point, we are starving. So anyway, we went, and even before we went to the hotel, like we went and had a meal. We went to like a pizza place out here, and we ended up having like chicken fingers and that kind of stuff. We just didn't know the city, so like to find restaurants, we didn't want to mess around. So as soon as we saw a place that we knew, we're like, yeah, let's go there. And it was good. It was really good. And then we went to the hotel and got all settled. By that point, I think it was like 5 o'clock. Yeah, between 5 and 6. Oh, and after the restaurant, we went to like a few stores. We went to the dollar store to get like water and, you know, like things to have at the hotel. A little bit of junk food, you know, because there was not that night, but the next night there was another hockey game that we wanted to watch. And so it was like 6 o'clock by the time we got to the hotel. And so we got all settled in, you know, all that stuff. And before we knew it, it was bedtime because we had to get up at 5 the next morning because she had to be at the hospital for 6:15. And so we went to bed. I woke up fairly early, like 3, and I didn't go back to sleep. Anyway, we got up and we went to the hotel. Yeah, we went to the hospital. And then what did we do? We spent all day waiting. She was the first one there. Like we were the first one at the door. We were so early that she said, oh, we're not ready for you guys. If you wouldn't mind waiting outside, we'll come get you when we're ready. So it was like, no problem. So as people were coming in, I would just say, oh, they're not ready for us. You know, they'll come and get us when they're ready. Anyway, got her settled in her room. And then it was the waiting game. So like I said, we were the first ones there. And we were literally the last ones to leave the floor. The last ones to leave the floor. She was one of the last patients they took in to do the test. So of course, then you have to wait. It's 3 hours after. You have to stay there because they do the test through one of your main arteries. And because they put a tube in there, and they, you know, put it right up to your heart and then put the dye in, this opens up this artery big. And, or maybe not this one, but wherever they took it. And then they have to have something on it really, really tight for 2 hours. And then they unloosen it every 15 minutes after that for an hour. And then you're supposed to stay an hour after that, which by the time hers came off, they made us stay 35 minutes because hers ended up staying even longer than it was supposed to. Anyway, so then by that point, you know, it was 5:30. So we got at the hotel. It was 6 o'clock again. And then we had supper, washed up. And then the hockey game was on, so we watched the hockey game, and then we went to bed, and then came back home Friday morning. We're like, we're going to sleep in, and then, you know, like, we'll get up at whenever, and then we'll go have breakfast, because the hotel had breakfast. We're going to start on the giraffe. We'll do E51 for the spots. Anyway, we're all awake at 6. So we just packed up our bags, which they were pretty much all packed up. Just got dressed and then while my mom was getting ready, her husband and I, we went and brought everything to the truck. And then we came upstairs and she was ready. We went downstairs and had a yummy breakfast. So we had breakfast, and anyway, we were here, which we're an hour and a half away. I think it was 9:30, between 9:30 and 10. I can't remember what time we got here, but it was early. And then we hung around for a bit, and then they went out for supper. They wanted us to go, but we had put something on Facebook Marketplace, and all week they were supposed to come and get it, and they said that they could be here for the time that we were going to be at the restaurant. So I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it. And it was a big table, like a food table. I'm like, I'm tired of it being in my living room. So, and I was exhausted. I didn't sleep. The night before we went, I didn't sleep. I remembered in the middle of the night, oh my gosh, I was supposed to release a video on Patreon. So I got up and I did all that. It was the one for that day, and then I had to do the whole week. So that took me about an hour. Oh, did I do that leaf? Yeah, I think I did. So that took me about an hour. I got all that done. I'm like, whew, I'm so glad I remembered. I didn't end up taking my computer. I know I said I was going to take my computer and work on transferring photos. I was like, oh, that just sounds like too much work. And even though we had like a lot of time, it just seemed like it went by really fast. Even like I just finished that one page, the Minor Race of Dirge Africa. That's the only page that I finished while we were there. And it's when she went and got her procedure done. I got pretty much the rest of the page done while she was down there, trying to make the time go by. And it was funny because the nurse came and she goes, oh, that's a good way to pass the time, you know, like instead of just sitting there and twiddling your thumbs or, you know, screen time, you know, like I wasn't on my phone, I was coloring. So that was good. And then the girl that wheeled my mom in, she looked at my page, she goes, oh, that's so pretty. I wanted to say, you know, color, it's just so fun. It kind of a stress reliever, you know. That's what I use for the last year for a stress relief. So today I had it was over the phone, yearly call from the doctor, and so we have to go for blood tests and all that. So we're going to do that next week. Do that. And then just to renew your medication, and if you have anything going on or anything like that, you know. And it's so fun because usually every year I love my old doctor, don't get me wrong, but I would need to call and make the appointments, you know, the female appointment and all that. Here, they called me at the beginning of May and they said, oh, it's time, you know, like, here's your appointment. And then, you know, I have another one tomorrow. And so it's awesome. It's awesome. I don't have to worry about my medications running out. Like, they call you and renew your medications and all that good stuff. So that's good. She said, you had a mammogram last year, so we can wait till next year. And I was like, okay, perfect. And so that was good. That was good. One more thing done. Have a few more things we had to get done. So my husband fixed the dryer, or no, the washer. He put that rubber thing. I think I mentioned that last week maybe, or maybe I said we needed to fix it. Anyway, it's fixed. And what else was broken? Oh, the car is fixed. He's just got to put it back together, which he's going to do tonight. So that's another thing done. Oh, and he changed the oil in both vehicles because when I went to bring my mom that day that they were going to the restaurant, the light came on. It says, oh, you need to change your oil. So we were at Costco. So I said, go in and see, you know, when they could do our oil. I was hoping like this weekend, right? June 9th. I was like, oof. My husband said, you know what? Let's get the oil. I can do it. Anyway, he ended up doing that. And then I said, well, I think it's been a while since we changed the one in the car. So then he ended up doing the one in the car too. I think for in between, I'm going to do YR24, like just a little darker. Let's see how dark this is. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, so we're getting things done. Everything is getting done, which is good. So I have a few more things I have to do this week. So I have an appointment tomorrow, and this was a long weekend for us. So my husband didn't have to work yesterday, and he had taken Friday off, so he got a 4-day weekend, which was good. That's why he got the car finished. And yesterday, I told you that Mason, like, he's in a cast, but his team made it to like the semifinals, so he wanted to go. So he put his jersey on, and he was on the bench. Like, yeah, if you're not playing, you just put a jersey on if you're an injured player. Jersey on and a helmet, and then he was opening and shutting the door for the players. And anyway, they won gold. So they're all waiting there, and Mason was standing. His coach went and stood next to Mason, and I could tell Mason asked him, like, am I going to get a medal? And the coach said yes, and he like literally jumped. He was so happy. I'm like, I said to the mom next to me, I said, oh, Mason just asked, am I going to get a medal? You know, because he hasn't played 4 games because he's injured. But like I told him, one of the other kids on the team, he had gotten sick and he didn't play 4 games either. So you contributed just as much as, you know, that kid. And he's getting a medal. So anyway, it was good. They won their semifinals 6-1, and they won the finals 5-2. The finals was a closer game. Like at one point it was 3-2. It was 3-0 for the longest time, and then it was 3-1. And of course, once they get fuel like that, then it's like they did another one. And then the coaches just said, okay, you need to keep your head on and, you know, like, just play hard, and we're going to beat them. And they did. Oh my goodness. The first game, at one point, there was 9 players between the two teams. There was 9 players in the penalty box. 9. 5 in theirs and 4 in ours. It was rough. Rough. And the second game, we didn't have as many at a time. But at one point, I'm like, we're going to lose this game because we always have, like, we're always playing shorthanded. But we scored 1 goal shorthanded, and we almost scored a second one. I guess we were leading the league with shorthanded goals. So, which is good. So anyway, so poor Mason, he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to be able to play for the tournament in Halifax because I'm getting my cast off, you know, and he said I could play right away. And it's like, Mason, they need to do an x-ray and we couldn't wait. And they had to find somebody else in case you couldn't. I'm sorry, bud. Because it's going to be too close. I wouldn't say if it would have been like a couple weeks before and then they would have had a couple weeks to find a player, but I think it's going to be like a couple days before. So it's too close. Anyway, now he says he still wants to go because my husband has to go. So he says he still wants to go, and then that way he can hang out with the players, you know, in between games and go to the games and all that. So I feel bad. My mom had asked him, oh, you know, are you sad that you can't play? He's like, no, you know, I need a break or whatever, because he's been playing a lot of hockey. But yesterday he wasn't there long and he was like, oh, I'm ready to come back. I want to play, like almost like rip this thing off my arm and I want to play. Oh, poor kid. But I'm glad that they caught it when they did, and hopefully there's not going to be, you know, any complications or surgeries or any of that garbage, you know. So there's a lot of like little finagly things with the giraffes. Oh my goodness, there's those two also. I just did one. There's 3 giraffes. Oh well. It's okay. I'll get them done. So yeah, so this week I want to work on, I started a little series where I'm going to try different mediums on pages. And some of them are going to be to do backgrounds. Some of them are going to be just to do like the main part. I think the next one I want to do is Crayola Super Tips. Now I don't know, or water-based markers. So I'm going to do the Tombows. I'm going to kind of do a comparison. Tombows, Ohuhu, water-based markers, and the Crayola Super Tips. So I'm going to pick, I think, only 2 books, and I'm going to try the 3 different markers in those 2 books. I don't think I'm going to do 3 different books. We'll see. And I have 11 books that I haven't touched out of those 25. Remember I said that I wanted to at least make it so that I started, like I created WIPs, you know, and I have 11 books that I haven't touched yet. Well, including this one. So then now it's 10. And then tomorrow we'll do another one. So it'll be down to 9, and I have 2 weeks. So basically I have to do 1 a week. Maybe it was, yeah, 11. So that'll be 10. Next one will be 9. Yeah. And, oh, and my son my son lives in a different province. Anyway, he applied for a job last week, one day. He got an email the next day for an interview. That would have been on Thursday. And he started this morning. So that's good. That's good. But what that probably means is I have a store that I sell digital files. And that probably means I'm going to be closing that down, because where my daughter got sick, he just couldn't do any new prints and all that. And now he definitely won't. You know, so I think I'll have a big sale in a few weeks. And then I'm going to shut her down. I think so. Because he's going to be working. It's not as if it's like 8 to 4. He's going to be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 4:30. So he is not going to feel like doing that. And I think it was great. You know, it was really working well when we started it. And because we haven't given it any attention in over a year, it's kind of dwindled, you know. So it's time. So we changed stores too. So we were still, because we had a lot of digital files, like over 1,000. And with everything that was going on, it just was taking forever to upload them and everything. I think he was almost done, but I'll ask him how much is left, and I don't know if I can help him just to make sure that everything is there for the sale. And then, oh, I love this color for the giraffe. I think I want it lighter at the tip. I think I'll do the first one that I had, like the E51. Let's mix those two together. Yeah. Oh, so cute. Giraffes are my favorite animal. I could watch them for hours. Okay, this is going to be tricky. This is where, if, you know, it was markers with fine tips, I think I would use the fine tip more than the brush, like this. I don't like this, but I would love this with a fine tip. That's what I would like. I know they say it's better for like big areas and stuff, but I don't know. There we go. Finish the rest of these, and I think next we'll go to the sky. These shouldn't take as long because they're quite a bit smaller. It's funny because when I was looking at the page, I never even saw that guy there. It's funny how your eye sees stuff but doesn't see other stuff, you know? Oh, yesterday was a gorgeous day, and in between games, because they had a game at 10:15, and then the finals was at 3:30. So what I did is I just went to the truck and I just opened the door, because we were like somewhere where there was nobody on either side of us, because we were part like this. And my door was like towards the grass. So I just opened my door and just laid in the sun and just chilled. I'm like, oh, I should have brought my coloring books. I could have colored for a few hours, but it was also nice just to chill and just lay there and just be happy, you know what I mean, to be in the sun. And so that was good. It was definitely a good thing. Then they played their game and won the trophy and the banner and all that good stuff. So Mason, that was his sixth medal that he won this year. And we were trying to tell him, like, buddy, like, appreciate it. Like, this is not normal. I know you've been on teams that have won a lot over the years, you know. He's won a lot of gold medals, but that's not the norm. So actually, some of the kids yesterday, they had never won a banner. So they were pretty happy. Oh, I got to do the spots with E51. So yeah, I'm not going to go to the Halifax tournament. I'm going to stay home and I'm just going to color all weekend. I am going to color all weekend. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be the end of the month too, so hey, I might get, because that's all I'm going to do all weekend is just color. Color, color, color. There we go. Now let's do the tree. What color? The tree. E33. Okay, so I have 2 trees. Let's do that. So I haven't picked my markers for like the Color Me Mermaid page that we did a few weeks ago. So I think what I need to do, not markers, the pencils, what I need to do like today, I should be picking my pencils and picking, you know, the combos and putting them in my little containers like this. I have 12 containers and they are all full. So that means I have 12 WIPs. Well, one of them is not a WIP yet. It's the one that we're going to work on tomorrow. But I have 12 WIPs. I have to finish some of these. And I know the Magical Worlds, that one has still a lot to do. So that's not a contender, you know, to finish. And also the Dark Fairy Tales, that I have a lot left to do on that one. So that's not one that I can finish, you know, that this week. But I can probably, which one? Like maybe, I need to put some WD-40 on my chair or something. It's hard not to move at all, right? I try not to move so that it doesn't creak, but it's difficult to go 45 minutes without moving. But I apologize for that. Oh, I did order some Copic refills. I think I told you last week I found a place in Canada, and with $60 you get free shipping. So I just got $60 worth. I think I got 3 or 4 markers, you know, that I'm like, oh, I looked at, you know, what I want is light ones. I mean, my goal this year is to work on, you know, one of the times that I'm going to do videos on, you know, let's learn together kind of thing. It's going to be, okay, we got to, I got to work on blending markers. Like, oh, I knew that was going to do that. I could tell. I should have. Oh, man. Once in a while it does that. I don't understand why. I should Google it and see what it says. Anyway, that's going to be fun. But I'll just make sure to do the roof kind of, I think I had put light, but I'll probably still do the light marker and then I'll do a dark roof with the pencils or something. Oh, that bites. When it does that, it's just a big thing of alcohol, like the fluid came out and just, it couldn't have happened like right there because then it wouldn't have mattered, right? It would have just went all on the tree. But, oh well. So yes, I ordered 4 or 5 refills and 4 or 5 markers, I think. And they gave me like 20% off, so I ended up getting, you know what I mean? I was able to get a couple more things to make it to $60. So I'm like, hey, anytime you want to do that, yeah. And a little tip, you know, if you find a store like that, you know, sign up and then log in, like do a login thing. Put some stuff in your cart and then walk away. Don't buy right away. And then within a few hours, you'll get an email that says, hey, basically, can we entice you to check out? Here's a 20% off coupon or 15% off or 10% off. You know, whatever it can be, it's better than nothing. So I didn't do that to do that, but I just remember that, yeah, that happens. I just walked away because, you know, I was doing other stuff and then I got the email and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I used the coupon code and I saved 20%. So, I mean, our tax is 15%, so I saved the tax and then some, right? Let me put it that way. Before that, I was meeting the requirements for the shipping, free shipping. And once I put the code in, I had to add 2 more Copic refills to make the minimum. So that tells me I got those 2 for free. You know? Which is awesome. Okay, one more. Did I get all the tree? Oh, no. Right here. I love this tree house, like built right into the tree. Look at those stairs. Yeah, that's all part of the tree. They just carved it in, so it's going to make it easier for me to... I'll just shade it differently, you know? So... Cool, cool. I like the E33 for the color of the tree. I think I've said that before. I think I'm going to do it a different color just so it has different tones, you know? It's not all the same tone. Because that would have been, you know, man-made, not man-made, but cut and put up there. So we'll see. Okay, now let's do this one. So I ordered that, and then I went on Book Outlet, and they had new mythographic books on there. And I'm like, well, I gotta get those. So those should be in at the end of the week or something. They don't take long at all to come in. So I love my mythographic books, but that's why I'm kind of focusing at least one a month. And I don't think I'll ever say, oh, I need to focus on one mythographic books. I need to make sure that I do them all. because I just have so many. Okay, so the B00 is in the other container because I already have this ready for tomorrow, which is awesome. I always try to do that, to do the two pages that I'm going to work on. I try to do them, get the markers ready at the same time. It's not my favorite thing to do, so just get them both ready and then I'm ready to go. Okay. All right. So yeah, next week we need to go and get our blood work done on Saturday, like the day that this goes up. I just realized that it's my birthday. Most years my birthday comes around and I forget it's my birthday. Yup, I do. I sure do. I thought of it because for the doctor's appointment today, I don't know how it came up, but anyway, my birthday came up. Okay. Oh, it was a test that I needed to do or whatever, and she said something about, you know, the age that it stops, and I'm like, and I misunderstood, and I'm like, oh, well, that's this Saturday. And she goes, oh no, you're still way too young for that, and I'm not that young. But I just misunderstood the age that she said. Oh, get this done. The great thing about having this many WIPs is when I start, like that weekend when my husband goes to that hockey tournament, I'm just gonna go gung-ho, and I gotta make meals for him to go because he's staying at his aunt's. Him and his sister are staying, and Mason are staying at his aunt's. And because, I mean, they had to find another player to replace Mason, so they needed the hotel room. But on top of that, I didn't want to pay $1,200 and Mason's not even playing. You know what I mean? It's bad enough to pay that much when it was $1,100, but close enough. I guess I was thinking gas and all that too brings it up to $1,200. Anyway, I got to make food for him. So what I'll do is I'll just make sure to make enough, and I'm just going to take out some for me. And then my meals will be done for the weekend too. So I won't have to cook all weekend. So yay. Yay, yay, yay. That's good. Actually, I think I might try to do a spaghetti sauce before then, and then I can just have, I could have spaghetti every day. And I'd be happy as can be. I love spaghetti. So if I can do spaghetti, a spaghetti sauce, maybe the week of. And then I'll have spaghetti all weekend. Then I won't be wasting time making food for me. And not just that. I don't know about you, but when you cook for one, you know, it's like a tomato sandwich or, you know, something. I just need another drink. I put it in that cup because it literally stays warm the entire, or hot, the entire time I film. It stays warm for hours. yeah, when I just have to make food for myself, then I don't do much because I'm like, ugh, it's too much. It's too much. So my daughter, I talked about my daughter last week, and that's exactly what she had. A few days later, like 4 or 5 days later, her daughter got sick with a fever, and she started getting the little dots. So it's like, it just made her feel better, you know. And I think Lexi's already feeling better. We stopped in yesterday to drop, my daughter had a package dropped here, and we needed to go to get food, so I'm like, well, we can just stop in. So we stayed like maybe 10 minutes. She was playing outside. Oh, she's big on hide and seek. 1, 2, and then she covers part of her eyes, and then she peeks to where you're going. And we're like, stop cheating. So anyway, yesterday, my husband went and hid behind me, and that's the time that she had the hardest time finding him. She was looking everywhere. So I said, Lexi, look behind Mammy. And then, oh my gosh, she laughed. She thought that was hilarious. She just turned 3 at the end of April, so they are so cute at that age. So in our area, there's 2 kids that went missing. The next province over, but there's 2 kids that went missing on May 2nd of last year. Anyway, they found them deceased on Saturday. Well, they announced it on Saturday, but they could tell that it was foul play. So I'd say they found them a few days before, because then they had time to kind of know. So it's so sad. Those poor kids, 6 and 4. Just breaks my heart. Just breaks my heart. Some kids don't have an easy life, you know. Anyway, I'm going to change the subject because I'm going to start crying. So yeah, so this week, we worked on our basement. So we did about 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. So we got a lot done. And we're going to try to do maybe an hour every night this week because there's no hockey. So we're like, okay, now we can really, so we're going to, well, tonight he's got to finish the car. So he's got to do that. And then, so starting tomorrow night, we'll start to at least, you know, between half an hour and an hour. We'll do every night. And we'll do that. And I have so much like craft stuff and scrapbooking stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to do a yard sale. So I'm kind of putting everything all together that I might, you know, I want to sell or whatever. And then sometime in June, I might do a couple over the summer because then we'll keep everything all together. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny. Every time the Copic markers, they get to me. My coughing is way better. I still have like little spurts here and there, but it's not, I can finally say I'm better. Finally. There. I'll finish that, and I think I'll do the clouds next. I was just thinking, I think I'm going to do like B01, but I think when I do the pencils, I'm going to do a little bit of purple and a little bit of pink in the clouds, I think. I think so. I missed the ear on the giraffe. How did I miss that? Oh well. It is what it is. I didn't take out a lot of markers for the giraffe, but there's only like a few elements, you know, so it's pretty good. So I forgot to check how many of these books out of the 25, how many of them were untouched before. Because, you know, yes, if I start them all, it's still considered untouched to me until there's a page done. B01, until there's a page actually done. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't put like pink and purple now. Like should I? That's RV10 and V12. Should I? I think I will. Because I think putting on top of blue is going to be hard. So let me do that. I'll do just a little bit. And then the rest will be like blue. I don't know. This might be a complete fail. I'm just literally winging it here. Like that. I think it's so fun that, you know, when I started, I was like, oh, you know, and there's nothing, let me say that, there is nothing wrong with following tutorials and because that's how we learn, right? But now I'm like, oh, on the fly, let's try, you know, doing some purple and some pink. And like this is, you know, me. I don't think, well, actually that kind of goes with that pink, so I think that's okay. I was going to say, I don't think I wanted it this purple, but I think it's okay. Or our Q hockey team, they lost in game 6, so they are done. It was sad, but I mean, that happens. You can't win everything, right? Like I said to my grandson, I said, you know, yes, you know, it's fun to win and everything, but at the end of the day, it's a hockey game. You know, it's not end all of everything, you know. So if you win, good. If you don't win, if you tried your best, that is all you can do, buddy. So I think some of these kids, there's too much pressure on these kids, even like the Q and everything, right? And our team won it last year, so they were a rookie team, and it's like unheard of for a rookie team to even make it to the finals, and they made it to the finals. It was like, and you know, they could have won it. They could have won it. I don't know what happened. Well, I know the game here, the ref made a back call. And sometimes that, you know, when that happens, it's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think I like that dark blue with that. So maybe I do the same blue as here. I think that blue's just too dark. I think that blue's just too dark. And I'm gonna, not to try to mix them, I'm just gonna go right up to it. And with the pencils, then I'll kind of do the blending with the pencils. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm back to B000. I shouldn't have tried to blend it there. It made a mess. That's okay. I'll fix it with the pencils. 100% fix it with the pencils. No problem. Okay. There. Oops. Don't mix the pink and the blue. The reason I thought of doing that is a lot of times, like even in water and stuff, I'll add just a little bit of pink and purple in the sky. And oh man, I love that effect. But maybe not with the alcohol markers. But once we do the pencils, I think we'll be okay. Haven't worked with my Black Widows in a bit, so looking forward to that. Working with them again. Maybe what I'll do is, you know, the 2 pages that I'm planning for this week is just do both of them with Black Widows, you know. But we'll see. Anyway, there. We'll do this. We'll get this done. And then I think all we have left is the little girl in the tree house. Yay. So the refills I got was the ones that I wanted to get last, you know, from Michael's, and I couldn't. So I got BG11, I got B000, or was it? Anyway, I got a few Bs. So I have a lot of my refills of the E, like, but the other colors I don't. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe place an order every couple months for $60, or, you know, up to $100, and then I'll have all the refills I want. I want to get all the ones that are really low, like the B0000, because I use those a lot because of this. So it's good to have. So now we're going to do our skin, E000. Oh, I missed a piece of the sky right there. As soon as I put away the marker, right, I notice. Anywhere else that I miss around the house? Nope. Okay. Now let's do her skin. She's not going to be hard to color. She's so tiny. So tiny. Then we'll do her outfit. I think her outfit was the V12. But I think I'm going to go get the BV000 instead. Here it is, just so that there's a difference, you know. I bet you that's the color. Yeah, that is the color I would have wanted to do the clouds. Yep, 100%. This is a much, much better color. Much better color for the clouds. That would have looked so good. Oh, wow. I'll change it to a different purple with the pencils. Now let's do her hair. Her hair, I'm gonna do it. Oh, what color? I think I'm gonna do it the same as the tree, but then I'll put different highlights in it. Because really, this is to put cover the tooth of the paper. And then that way I can have an easier time with the pencils. The roof, YR31, but like I said, because of that, now I'm gonna do like a deep, deep, deep yellow to try to cover that. Okay, got this done. And the walls, I think I'm going to do E35, which I didn't take out. I want it a little darker than that. I was going to do the same color, but just so then it would be like camouflaged. But I think I'm going to do it a little darker. Okay. The door, I think I wanted to do a red door, and I didn't know if I wanted to do 22 or 24. Do I have a paper? So that's 24. I think I want to do 22. And that's what I thought. I didn't want it too dark. And then I can change the color with the pencils. I think I'm going to do the little curtain in red too up there and here, just so it matches. I'll get that done. Right here. Oh, a little one right there. And this one. Okay, let me see. Let me go get E35. I didn't know if I wanted to do E35 or E34, but I think I will go with E35. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the whole house. Okay. Oh, so tiny. I'm always afraid too, because where it's spit like that, if it does that like near her arm, there's no way I can fix that. No way. I think I'm gonna leave those out, and I'll do those like, I don't know, a different brown or something. It's still pretty close, right? But still pretty close. But I'm gonna turn my book and get in here. It's easier to turn my book than to turn my wrist, because my wrist is hard to do. Now I think the tree, I'm going to make it so I do a lot of shadows and that kind of stuff, and less on the house. And then that way the house will stand out more because it's going to be lighter, you know. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to do this the same color as this or not. Okay. So we watched the hockey game last night and the Montreal Canadiens won. And not that I'm a big fan of Montreal Canadiens, but they're the only Canadian team left, so I'm going to cheer for them. I'm starting to like them. I just don't usually watch NHL games because I figure, between my grandson's games and the Wildcats, like the Q, we watch a lot of hockey. So I'm okay with not, watching NHL too. But it was game 7 last night and they won it in overtime, and I was just like, yes, because it was game 7, so the winner moved on. It was a good game though. Oof. At one point they were winning 2-0, and then it was 2-1 and 2-2, and that's why it went in overtime. Okay, well that's good. I think I'm gonna do the B00. Should I do yellow in there? Yeah, let's do yellow. What is this? I think that's too yellow. What is this? E53? That's kind of a yellow, isn't it? No, that's a brown. Oh, I wonder if I put the yellow in this one. Yeah, Y11 is what I want to use for the... There. Awesome. Oh, and there's some over here. And here. Oh, and I left out some clouds. Right here. Okay. Okay. So that's it for today. Stay tuned. It'll be a second for you, 24 hours for me, but I'm going to work on the second page. And if I've done any progress on this, I'll show you at the end of the video the progress. Good morning. We'll get started on R.J. Hampson, Moonlight Mischief, and it is the first page. It's funny how I was going through one of his books the other day for a book haul, and a lot of times it's the first page that I like the most. Just a fun fact. So we're going to start with the dragon, and we're going to start with E41. I'm not sure what is belly scale and what isn't. So I'll do this. Try to do his body first. His wings are going to be like fantastical, but his body's going to be like creamy. Almost like natural color, if you will. Although, what color is a dragon, really? So yesterday, I did not work on the page that we worked on yesterday. Oh, by the way, I do have something in the back. I remember today. Oh, it's good. Look. This paper's like goes through way easier than the mythographic papers. So let's do this. Let's do his face or his head. So yeah, I colored I didn't color his eye, but it just soaked right in, but it's okay. It's a light color, so I'll be able to do something else over top. So yesterday, as soon as I finished that, I just started working on a double page spread in summer. I don't know if I have it close that I could show you. I had to turn the recording off because my chair. So that's what I worked on yesterday. Most of the day, really had trouble. I wanted to do like yellow orange to purplish blue, which I kind of like. I kind of like this. So I remember what color I used, so maybe I can do that. And I kind of feathered out the yellow to kind of make it look like, you know how you get that look during a sunrise? So I might do that a little bit more all over, sort of like a glow, I guess. And I started coloring these, and I don't like the colors, so I might erase it all and choose another color palette for that. I may or may not work on this today. I may do those today, one thing, and then, I don't know, maybe work on something else, but I do have a doctor's appointment, and I don't know how long that's going to be, so I know if it was our old doctor, you know, I wouldn't be coloring for the rest of the day. Okay, I think this is his body, because I would wait like 4 or 5 hours, so we'll see. I've never had to wait long here, but I don't want to have that hope and then I end up waiting a long time, you know? So we're just going to go with the flow. I think I want to do the top of the wings with this, and then do the other color. Yeah, so I'm not, you know, lower your expectations, and then if it's fast, then good. And if it's not, then expectations were there. YR00 for the belly, which I don't think it's a little yellower, so it's okay. Okay. Do the belly. So yeah, last time I was there 5 minutes. So, oh, look at all of this. There's all this dragon. How could I have missed that? I'm not surprised. Okay. And that's why I like to take out the markers and just leave them there, because I'm notorious for forgetting stuff. I think that's dragon through here. Okay. I think what is that dragon? Yeah. I think what I'd like to work on today is one of the WIPs. WIP number 3, which is our R.J. Hampson book that we worked together on it together during a weekly WIP and Chat from last month, and I never did finish it. So I think I'd like to work on that if I have time this afternoon. I'll work on that. And I think that's body right. Oh, I just colored outside the line. Oh well. That's what happens when I put my focus somewhere else. I was looking over here, and yeah. I think that's all this though, not the belly, because it looks like the belly ends right there. So we'll do that. Okay. Now, okay, so this part right here, we'll do, no, BG11. It's right here. Of course, I move stuff and then everything moves with it. There we go. BG11 for the wings. So I don't know if I should have went a little further with that, but oh well. The decisions were made. I'm going to go with it. Okay. I love this color, the BG11. That was one of the refills that I ordered, was for this color, because even though it's not a B's, 000, because that's the ones I want to get mostly right now, is the very pale colors, because I use them a lot for basing. Is that wings? Yeah, that's wings. Sometimes I feel like I need to pick it up to look at it, but I'm pretty sure this is wing. This is wing for sure. It's just behind here, I'm not sure, but we're gonna make it a wing. Right there. And I don't know if I want to make this the same color as the dragon or the same color as the wings. I think I want to make it the same color as the wings. Okay, let's do this first. And while I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking, like, do I want to do this blue or do I want to do this the same color as the body? I just find like his body's kind of not boring, but just neutral. So he's got to have some bright stuff. Okay. There we go. This done. So I put a timer on because I need to go have a shower for the doctor's appointment. So, and I want to leave at 10:15. Oh, and I put my alarm at 10 and I have to have a shower. Well, that's not good. Wasn't thinking. I better change that. Geez, I'm glad I was kind of chatting that out, because I would have been rushed. My appointment is at 11, but I'm about 25 minutes away. 20 on a good day, and if there's no traffic. But summer, there's a lot of construction. So if there's construction there, I want to make sure that I get there on time. Okay, and then all the little, this here too, and this. And then the tail feathers, like this part, I'll do BG13, like just a little darker. So that means we have half an hour. So let's see how much we can get done in half an hour. I think I'm going to bring my book too and try to read while I'm there. Try to read. Okay, now BG13. I could have done it the same color and then just used deeper pencil crayons, but this is just going to remind me. Okay, do a deeper color for the tail. Okay. Now, what am I going to do next? Should I do, I mean, normally I do the border first, or last, I mean, but I'm wondering, let's do the castle. Yeah, and that kind of reminds me, like, I don't know, like of ice. So I'm going to do it in BV00. This part up to about here, I think, is what I want to do. Or maybe, yeah, because it's like ice. Okay, let's do that. Make sure I'm in the view here. I was going to do the sky next, but the sky I want to do sort of like what I just did with the duck page, you know, more than one shade. So I kind of want to think about it for a few minutes and figure out where I want to start a certain color, where I want to stop it, and all that stuff. So I'll probably have to stop the recording for a little bit, and or at least take out all my markers that I want, and then kind of go through it. Now, I don't want to color the door. I'm gonna take my time here. This reminds me of the page in Frozen Fantasies with the dragon and the ice and all that. I love coloring that page. It was so much fun. So much fun. There. Get this done. Okay. Not much left. I want to drink my coffee too before I go, because, or I can take it with me too. I can take it with me, drink it on the drive there, and I can even take it inside and drink my coffee while I read my book. I don't think I'm going to take a coloring book. It's too much to, you know, I might be regretting that if it's a long wait, but okay. See, I don't know if I want to do up here. I don't know. Maybe just like kind of like that. Yeah, up here. And I don't know what these are. They're supposed to be clouds or something. I have no idea. Okay, well, a little bit happened. There was a knock on the door, and it was the power company, and they needed to change our meter, and it was outdated apparently, but we're not getting the new digital one, so he put in like an older one too. Oh, there you go, that's done. And literally, he said the power's going to be out for 30 seconds. It literally just went down and back up. Just enough that everything has to reset though. So the internet has to reboot, and the furnace. We have a heat pump, like a furnace heat pump. So that had to reboot, and the fridge is going all crazy, and I had made sure to unplug my computer this morning because it's the little stuff like that that'll, you know, but it's no worse than a power surge than if the power went out, right? So, okay, let's do that. Let's do the outside, just because I don't have a lot of time left. Y21, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's like a yellow, so it's like a gold. I'll do that. We'll do the outside. Maybe I'll have time to do the clouds, but only have 15 minutes left now, because that took like 10 minutes, you know, him getting his stuff, and I had to turn like the lights off and everything, so I didn't want to film in the dark. Okay, get this. Going again. There. Get this done. Okay. Awesome. There. Now, what is all this? Is that all decorative stuff, or is that like ornate? I think so. I'm going to treat it like it is. So it's all going to be this color. It's like, I don't know, a frame, I guess. Okay. So next week, I think one of the books we're going to do is going to be a R.J. Hampson book. But then the other one, I think, is just going to be like a regular coloring book. So we might not get a lot done, because when you just do pencil crayons, it takes a long time. That's why for the WIP and Chats, I kind of like doing with the marker, because even though I don't finish the whole thing, at least you get to see like the color placements. And then I just take pencil crayons and, you know, finish the shadows and that stuff afterwards. Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was going to pull the pencil crayons for my WIP that I have to work on, but I didn't do that. I got going on that duck page and I got sucked in. Plus, I wasn't feeling that great yesterday. I started feeling icky overnight. I was up most of the night feeling sick. And then yesterday, I was still feeling kind of ugh. Today I feel great. So I don't know if it was food that I ate or what. But today I feel great. that's that. Oh, a little bit right here. Boop, boop. What is the upper? Oh, I could do the roof. Just looking to see what time it is. Okay, that didn't take long at all. Okay. Roof. We're going to do beat 14. And that's all the little, what are those called? Yeah, just the top. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love that color. Looks good against that wing too. Okay, we have some right here and back there. I don't know what color I'm going to do, like this part of the castle. Don't know. Maybe a light blue? Not sure. Okay, let's do this one. There's a mythographic called Enchanted Castle, but I can't get it anymore. Like it's, I don't know if it's out of print or whatever, but even on Amazon, like it's, okay. The alcohol markers making me cough again. Okay. Oh, I thought this was the last one, but it's not. I think the main castle, I want to do it, I thought maybe blue, but I think I want to do it more realistic, like C1, like a gray. And I don't even know if I took that out or not. That looks good. And it was there. So let me do the castle part with C1. Oh, and I know when that alarm goes off, that's just gonna make me jump. Okay, so I thought I had 11 coloring books left to color in. Oh, I forgot a roof right there for the month, because I picked 25 and I was like, you know, try to at least start in all of them. It probably means I'm going to end up with quite a few WIPs. I think at this point I only have 9 pages done. Today's May 20th. So there's 11 days left and I only have 9. Not only, but you know what I mean. Out of 25, that's not a lot. And, but I have quite a few pages started, and I thought I still had like 12 books left to like kind of start, but I counted last night and it was 8. So now that I've started this one, really, I'm down to 7. So that's not too bad. And I have like 11 days left. So I should be able to at least get a page started in everything, you know? at least. So maybe not get a lot done on each page, in each book. But if I get it started, I wonder, like this month I only had 4 WIPs to bring over. But if next month I have like 10, do I bring all 10 over? Or do I just focus on like 6 or something like that? And then try to finish as many of those as possible. And then the rest of them, bring them over to the next month. And because I can't see myself finishing off 10 WIPs, that's a lot. I don't think that's castle. I think that's sky. So we'll do this. Maybe I should have made those things a different color, but it's all good. Usually it's all cement, right? Is that stairs? I think that's stairs. But still castle. I was going to make this a different color, but that should be all cement. And maybe the little ball on the end would be different. I think the stairs would be cement. So we'll color that in. I might, when I come back from the doctor's office, just finish off the basing of this page with you guys. Like I said, if I'm not there all day, if not, I'll just finish it tomorrow with you guys. I was hoping to get the whole thing done before I went, but circumstances just took a little longer than I thought. I have no idea what that is. Is that tree? Is that... Let me finish that roof. And at least I won't have to do that. Or is that dragon? I have no idea. I think that's dragon. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'll have to bring it up to my face a little closer, I guess. Try to figure out what that is. But I think it's dragon. I think all of this is dragon. I'll make this part this color. Oh my goodness. I think that's the top of his wing. So what did I have? E. That's why I like to keep it on the desk. And then it's just there. I don't have to look for it again. But I think this is all part of his wing. There. Maybe I should have done a little bit more of the BG11. Maybe here. It's okay. I think I like that. I don't know. Well, first of all, what time is it? It's time to stop. So I'll come back after the doctor's office. I am back and we're going to work on the sky, I think. I think I want to be like blue and then go into this purple. And then these 2 purples and then this blue and purple up here. let's try that. I was going to put some yellow, but I don't think I want to. So we're going to start with this. The paper's still behind there. I haven't really changed anything. I just stopped, had a shower, went to the doctor. And my problem is I get there always early. And this doctor here, if your appointment's at 11, just get there at 11, because I got there at 10:30 and everybody that got there after me still went before me. Because it's based on your appointment. And I mean, it's 11:30 and I'm back. So pretty good. My appointment was at 11, right? But if I would have gotten there at 11, I would have felt like I didn't wait at all. Instead of waiting for half an hour. 35 minutes, I guess, is what I waited. And then it was like boom, boom. But they go through so many patients. But it's 2 doctors. And they have 7 LPNs, like licensed practical nurse. And they basically see the patients. And then the doctor walks in at the end and, just looks at everything that they did. And it goes fast. Like boom, boom, boom. Like the waiting room was full pretty much. And then all of a sudden it was just like boom, boom, one patient, one patient, one patient. Well, you have 7 nurses taking patients and the doctor just goes in between and just goes at the end. Or in my case, she came at the beginning just to say hi. But oh, it's so well organized. And I think I mentioned that before, but I mean, I love my other doctor. The only reason we changed is because he is at the retiring age and we found this doctor that was accepting patients. So you got to go when you can, you find doctors. It's really hard to find a doctor. I know some people, it's been 5+ years and they still don't have a doctor. So we lucked out like big time. And, but if we would have said, oh, well, we're going to stay with him until he retires and then we'll find someone, like we could have been, almost in trouble because we're at the age where, we need to have a doctor. So, but, and this office here, like if I didn't call to get my appointments done, you just didn't get it, right? That's how it's always been. They call this one here, they call you. Hey, Nicole, your yearly appointment is due, so let's set one up. How about this date? Yeah, that's great. And then, it's just done. And, we need to send you for a blood test. We sent you the request by email. Just go, and then we'll call you when we have the results. So next week, we're going to do that. I don't figure this week we're going to have time. I just have too many things to do this week. But, okay, we'll start with BV04. But it's awesome. Like I said, loved my doctor that I've had since my first daughter was a little over 1. So I had him, since my 20s. So, and he's found all, when I had cancer, he's the one that, made sure that he didn't just say, oh, you're too young for cancer, because I was 25 at the time. Sent me for some tests and, they found it and he didn't lollygag and I was already at 2B and there was like basically 8 stages, if you will. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. And, you know, in that little amount of time, I was already at 2B. So it was good that he sent me for the test right away and didn't wait months and months and months. You know, I went to him. I'll always remember because I found the lumps on Christmas morning. And so I went to him like on December 29th or something, you know. And on April 1st, you know, April Fool's Day, I got my first treatment. And that was, you know, I got surgery to find out what it was, and I got a portacath installed, and like all of that in 4 months. That's pretty darn good. So, and with my daughter, he's the one that pushed, you know, to find out what was going on. And so I loved him. Still love him. You know, great doctor. Just, I think he's cut down a lot of his patient load too. I think he had over 3,000 patients or something like that. He had a hard time saying no to taking patients. But when you went there, you wait a long time. So today, even though like, I guess it's closer to noon. I think when I got out of there, it was almost 11:30 or something like that. Yeah, let me see what time. Yeah, it's 12:04 right now. I'm 20 minutes away, and you know, that 45 minutes I say I stayed waiting, but again, I was early. I'm trying to blend. This paper doesn't blend very well. R.J. Hampson can make it work. I can't. I can't. So, I think what I'm going to do, just to stop that Aki blend, I'm going to go right to the dragon's tail with this color. And then I'll do this color up here. Yeah. Just so I don't have to do the blend. I kind of took away the BV04. I think I like the BV13 better. Okay. And then we'll just do the clouds. Oh, let's start with the B29, and we'll do it right at the top, like a dark blue. Again, I'm just afraid of blending those two colors together. So I think I'll do it on this side. I'll have to. Here, I'll do to the dragon, and then I'll do the other color underneath, so I don't have to blend them. I don't think on the Amazon paper is where I want to learn how to blend alcohol markers. The paper soaks up the marker too much. Oh. There. Ooh. That's nice and dark. Okay, so we'll go, okay, about here. So just above his wings. I don't like that this will be purple, but just about this wing. We'll make it work. I'll try to fix it with pencils. So after I had my shower, I was like, hey, you have 15 minutes. pick the colors for, or the pencils for the WIP that I want to work on this afternoon. So I got quite a few pencils picked while I was in 15 minutes. So instead of just sitting there waiting, to leave, which I could have waited till 10:30. But I knew there was something with the parking. They're working in their parking lot, so they said it might be difficult to get parking. So I was like, I just want to get there a little early. So I got there at 10:35 is when I walked in the office. So, but okay. I like to do the outline. I try not to go too close to the line because, like I said, this paper absorbs, so you could actually like run into the other color. You want to go close enough, but not too close. Another thing I probably want to do today is I want to swatch my Ohuhu water-based markers because I want to do that video of using them, but I need my stuff swatched 100%. Oh yeah, I wanted to do the unpopular opinion tag just to give me something to talk about. I think I want to stop right here while I was doing this video, and I totally forgot. Maybe next week. Man, that little pole is small. I was like, what is that? Upside down? I couldn't tell what it is, but it's a flag. Okay. Like to outline all the stuff. There. Perfect. Perfect. Fill this in, and then we'll switch markers, and that should be, oh, I guess we have the doors and stuff to do too, and like the towers and stuff, but we're almost done. We are almost done. Have to figure out too what we're gonna have for supper. Might as well do this because it's equal with the blue here. Just like that. That's probably the thing I hate most doing, is figuring out what to have for supper. What to have to eat. I don't mind cooking, but I think if we ever won like a lot of money, I think, I don't know, a chef? That would be nice. Even if they just, like, they wouldn't have to be at your house. Just make me meals and that we can freeze them. Or then maybe I would just be so, this is fun. I'd be able to try all these kind of new recipes and stuff. I might want to cook my own and get someone to clean my house. Oh yeah. I think if I had to choose between the two, I would hire someone to clean the house and I would cook. So we'll go to about here. Like that. What would be yours? Would you have someone cook or would you have someone clean if you had to choose? And not that either takes a long time. It's just, it's not fun. Not fun. Okay. Now, last marker for the sky, BV08. Do that one here. Oops, I went into the yellow. Well, you try to go a little faster and it never works out. There. You can see, like when I put it on, you can see it feather out the marker. I don't want to color that. I think all those, I'm going to do them in gold, like a yellow, just to match this. Okay, now it's going into the circle, even though I went around it. It happens. And I've tried coloring just directly on Amazon paper with pencil crayons, and I do not like it. Do not recommend. Now, I did put also, what is the name of that solution? And it protects the paper, and then you can color over top. Let me go get it. This is the stuff, satin glazing liquid, and I didn't enjoy it. Now, I read somewhere that you can sand your sheet, because that you lather it on, and that you can sand your paper and it would help. But it would be good, I think, if you wanted to do like Inktense or something like that, just to kind of protect the paper, and you know, so it would take the water mediums, because Amazon paper doesn't take water mediums very well either. Okay, I'm gonna do here. Let me see. So I need to try it again, because like I said, I didn't sand the paper. I just found it was really gritty. I didn't like the feeling of the pencil crayons on the paper with the satin glaze. But I don't mind trying something, you know, again, if I know there's like a different twist to try. Yeah, if there's a different thing to try, you know, to try to make it better, I don't mind trying it again. Ooh, tonight is the finale of Survivor. Can't wait to watch that. Okay, just try to blend those two together. I'm just wondering if no. I was going to try to put the blue with the purple, but I don't, ouch. I don't think I like that idea. Now, it looks kind of rough right now, but that's okay. I'm not too upset about it. So the clouds, I think I'm going to do maybe some blue and some purple. BV000. Right? Yeah, let's do some of these. I'm not going to do like the last one where I kind of did just a little bit. I'm going to do the whole like cloud. Now let's do B000. I'm going to choose a cloud and I'm going to make that cloud blue like that. I'll make this one purple. Yeah. Okay. Let's do purple here. Instead of changing markers every 2 seconds, I'll do purple here. Maybe all this purple, and I'll do blue here because it's touching the house, or the castle, I should say. So we'll do 2 purples. I wonder if I ordered the refill for this one, BV000. Now that I know I can get some, you know, pretty close. They're about 20 hours away from here. But I mean, mail-wise, you know, as soon as they mail it, I'll get it in a couple days, 2-3 days. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, I'll do maybe these 2 blue? Yeah, let's do this one blue too. Okay, because it's also touching the castle a lot, so we'll do this one. So my daughter's coming by to pick up a few things. So I was kind of hoping I'd be finished this before she gets here. But I mean, if I don't, I'll just finish it after. Not a big deal. It is gorgeous outside. Gorgeous. Like so nice. Okay, I'll do this one blue too. I just don't want to open and close the markers 10 times. And then this, I'll do purple. Okay. Beautiful. There. So I might try to start another page today and not do much on it, just to say, you know, kind of start it. And then I got to start focusing on finishing some pages. So I think the rest of the day, when I have time, like when I'm coloring, I'm going to work on finishing stuff. Now, what else? I'm going to look at the time. Oh, my daughter should be here soon. Okay. Y26. We're going to do like everything that, you know, maybe would be gold. So like this right here. This right here. Oh, I forgot to color the castle there with the gray. And this right there. This is down here. I think I might want to do the trims too, the same color, like the trims around like the door here. And here, I don't know if I want to do, yeah, I might as well do the casing too. Huh. Just do like this, and then I'll have to put some gray on there too. I missed the gray. Okay. I'll do those. Oh, there's this one up here. Huh. You barely can touch with the brush tip like that, because as soon as you push down, then it smooshes, right? So then it goes beyond. But okay, we'll do this one here. There. Ooh, should I do all of those? Yeah, but let me finish this first. I want to keep going on the soft touch because I might if I do push down a lot for some of them, then when I go do the windows after, I'm going to make a mess. Oh, like that. Oh, well. Okay. I'm just going to do from here down this color. Just like that. There. So typically, what I've noticed, I've been doing this now for a few months, at least 2-3 months, and typically what happens is at least one of the pages I finish. So I'm hoping that today or tomorrow I pick one of these 2 that I started and I finish it. Should I? Yeah, let's do this one too in gold. And I don't know which one of the 2 I would want to finish. This one or the magical earth one. Not sure. I started coloring it gray and I went, oh, I think I want that gold. So then I stopped. Okay. I likey. Now, anything else? Yep. A few more windows. It's done. So I think my goal for the rest of the week is I would like to finish, what would be a good number? Before Sunday, and today's Wednesday. So that gives me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So not before Sunday, but including Sunday. So by Monday, I think I'd like to get, what would be a good number? 3 pages done or 4? I'm just trying to think, like, do I have pages that are really close to being done? Or are they all pretty much, you know, a lot to get done? We'll say 3. Because we're still working on our basement stuff, so I can't spend all of Saturday and all of Sunday coloring. And I think too this weekend, I was thinking about that when I was driving home. I think I would like to wash out my truck and vacuum and take out the, like, everything and just wash everything out. I think these are clouds. We're going to treat them as clouds, and we're going to do this color color them as clouds. Okay. What is this? I'd like to know what this is. I'm going to treat them as clouds too. Just clouds. Like this? No idea. So clouds. This looks like grass, but I don't know. Oh, I just saw that I missed another part of the castle. So this here, and all of this. And this is steps too. There. I think I'm going to do this the same color as this part. Now, oof. Can I remember? What I used. I would say it'd be the purple that's left in my case, so BV00. Okay. Maybe it's dragon eggs. Maybe that's why he's like wrapped up around the castle. He's like, leave my eggs alone. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to do this the same color too. Okay. Ooh, we're getting almost done. Let me see. Okay. E310, I think, is what I'm going to do the door with. Yeah, it's a little dark, but it usually dries a little less dark, so I think it'll be okay. I think I'll do the same down here. Down here. It's kind of a doorway. Okay, I think up here too, I want to do that brown. I think the top part, I'm going to do it like the blue roof there. It's a little darker, like I said, that I want it, but I'm hoping it'll dry a whole lot lighter. I'll do the blue. Let me see. Let's just do all this blue too. I think I should have done this in the gold. Oh, the blue. I wanted to do this too in the blue. Let's do that. And I don't know what color I'm going to do around there. I think the brown is just going to be too much, but then it just brings the brown in more than, you know, those little places. So I think I will. It's like they got wood, a little bit on this, a little bit of wood on the castle. Okay, awesome. Oh, I wanted to do the gold on this. Gotta pay attention to how I'm opening this. Okay. All these done. I'll do this too. Nice and gold. Okay. I think that's all of it. Now I have Y11 for the glow in the windows. So let's do that, like the light or whatever. So we'll do that. I think I'll do it in those doors too, because it's one of those like, just like tunnel things, you know, that you can walk in. Okay, oh, over here and right here. Awesome. I think that's it. There's just those here. I don't know what color to do those. Should I do them in gold, like that yellow? I think I'm going to do a gold flag. Okay. I'm just wondering if I should do those in gold. Let's go for it. I might put like a gel pen over this. We'll see. I might. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So those are the 2 pages that we worked on this week. Here, let's do a brass door handle, or not brass, but gold. Those are the 2 pages that we worked on this week. And if I get any kind of advances on it, or anything done, not advances, anything done or completed, I'll add pictures to the end of the video so you can see what progress I've made. But that's it. 2 more pages in, you know, books that were untouched, and hopefully now I can get them completely done. And we will see you next week for another weekly WIP and Chat. And be on the lookout. I'm going to do a video using water-soluble markers, Tombows, Crayola Super Tips, and the Ohuhu markers. And if you stuck around till the end of the video, I want to thank you for being here. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.